Hi fishy people, how you doing? It's Evan, owner of Spinix Nice Tackle. We're back. Guess what? We're doing some surveying with the US Forest Service today. We're in Florence, got all our waders and gear on. We got a lunch pack, baby. We're gonna meet up with Paul and the other dudes here shortly, and then we're headed out. We're doing some electro-shocking to my knowledge with these lamprey. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but hopefully you'll be seeing a nice B-roll of that coming in this video later, baby. You guys have a good day. You stay fishy. Special backpack Lamprey e-fisher. It's got a tickle setting, 3 pulses on, 1 pulse off, whereas most other shockers it's stun all the time. So this is like beep, 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 just enough to irritate them, get them onto the bottom. And when you're fishing for other fish though, it's like full on stun, right? Good thing about this is it scares most fish to get away. So it's got a higher fidelity for what you want to catch.
We're gonna follow these points, get as close to the points as we can, and that's where we shot.
All right.
We want to stay downstream of it.
Okay.
Just so that we're not murking up the water.
Got it. Okay.
As best you can.
And that creates more conductivity, right?
Yeah. What is that?
That creates more conductivity.
It will affect conductivity, but it also affects visual, which we're doing blind sweeps, so you're just sweeping back and forth.
Got it.
But it's nice to at least know what you're shocking before you shock it.
Okay.
Are both these connections on the battery on?
Yes, they are.
Good.
Yep.
Don't want to do a bunch of work and find out this thing.
Okay, so what's the other thing I'm measuring on here?
Conductivity.
Oh, that's what I'm measuring? That's what that is? And it's like what,
It should be micros.
microsiemens, right?
Funny looking U and
Okay.
S.
Yeah.
So this is at 48.
40. Oh, okay. Conductivity.
Yeah, conductivity.
That's a good sounding number.
Okay. Yeah, looks like our temp is holding steady at 16.
Awesome.
Yeah. Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Acceptable. Cool.
Yep. Continue surveying. Okay. Now I get to do the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So some of these young of year larvae are so small that you can't possibly see them. We call them eyelashes.
Huh.
So that's why the fine mesh, but you're also going to get a lot of vegetation in there too. So
Right.
net look, net look. Yeah.
Maybe got a little coho right here.
Somewhat obstructed. Depth was.
So is there any actual flow, or is this the whole?
So
Part of the
it
water.
is flow. It's moving ever so slowly. As you can kind of see the surface.
Yeah.
It's kind of moving. It's moving at 0.03 feet per second.
Oh, there's a coho there. There's 2,
Yeah, I counted 2 fry over here as well.
3, 4. Is the temperature stabilized?
No, it's still dropping.
Really?
We're at 16.4, yeah.
That seems more reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, last month it was around 12 and 13, so I do think it'll be a little higher than that. It's warmer, but 22 was way too high.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Remember that?
Got one.
You know, since you turned it
Mazel
off, you
tov.
might need to do the setup recall and select 9
Maybe
again.
the screen that it showed me was the thing we want.
Oh, I got 2.
Can you,
Nice.
2 what?
2 fry, I think. I don't know if they're coho or not. I can't.
Does it have a white anal fin
Well, I haven't.
edge?
I didn't want to take them out and look at them yet. Yep, that's coho. Nice.
Getting the temperature.
Getting the temp
All
and
right.
the conductivity.
All right.
this was the old channel right here. Yeah, so it was down about 15 feet below. This was really deep through this section. It was a straightened reach that went right straight down the edge. Filled it and created a new channel out and around.
So what are you looking for, Paul?
So looking for a sampling spot that has enough water that we can get a square meter sample and be able to net with at least enough confidence that we would get any lampreys that we shock out of the bottom.
All right.
So
And it should start beeping at you, and you should see like basically like a progress bar loading, it almost looks like. And yeah, so do you see the thing at the bottom, like going?
Yeah.
Yep. So you want to wait until that's full.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Because that's what it's reading right at that time, in that period.
You need me to boop you?
Yeah, that'd be awesome, actually. Forgot to do it before I got in.
Pull up.
Yep, pull up. Beautiful.
You're on, baby.
Yeah. And shocking.
So we're looking for lamprey, Paul?
we are
All right.
juvenile lamprey that are rearing the soils for up to 7 years. Going into the ocean or becoming adults.
Okay. I was told Ben was saying something about eyelashes. Them small lamprey.
Yep.
That small, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the young of the year that set up in the sediment. So
Okay.
it's like really clear. It's really hard to see them. Yeah, look at this Akova right in the middle of the water there.
Oh.
Type of stuff lampreys usually like. So.
Okay.
Looking at the other side.
Yeah, 'cause Ben was saying they bury themselves in the mud head
Mud,
first.
and they're like earthworms of the stream.
Okay.
You know? Put the hat over them and they calm down for the
Not
shade.
bad.
Oh wow, yeah, look at
We're
that.
doing a lot for riparian filming.
Wow.
The helicopter work, where are you guys going to be doing
Is that a
So this is, it's just under 60 millimeters, so you can't actually tell which species it is.
Okay.
It is.
Fawn Creek,
You know, it's, if I was to guess, I would say it's a western brook lamprey, just because of the kind of clarity on the tail and the point coming back.
so they don't get any identification marks until they get a little bigger?
So it's just hard to see the differences in the tails until they get like
Okay.
over 65 millimeters.
Okay.
It's close when you can tell, but it's just just too tough at this stage. So we just mark them down as lamprey caught between this less than 65.
Awesome, we got one.
Yep.
Do we record even the small ones too?
So when we get them over 65, then we start measuring them and recording
Okay.
them.
well, maybe not that fast, but
Fatty.
worms.
Yeah, I got one too.
Bunch of worms.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Pretty blonde, it looks like.
Not as blonde as the last one.
Okay.
So that
Oh
one's
yeah, I see that. Oh,
One.
in the shade.
38
Wow, that's a cool
millimeter.
color.
And again, I would say that is a brook, Western Brook Lamprey.
Beautiful. Thanks, brother.
I wonder if this guy, being, 175, 180, I wonder if he's starting to transform. Just off size alone, I'm just curious.
Is that about when they do?
It depends. We had Karnowski Creek when we did our first really good stream reconstruction job. We were getting some amicetes that were like this.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Almost like a foot long. We couldn't believe they were so big in there.
Karnowski?
Yeah, yeah. But that's before we knew much about lamprey, and we were just throwing them in a bucket. We didn't know how to identify them or anything.
It's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Seeing them fill in the channel and seeing them popping out of the mud,
So that, like, the identification knowledge is like new, kind of.
Pretty recent that where folks have really been looking at them. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was in 2003. So just
that's
nobody
pretty new.
cared about them. Yeah, really.
Pretty important, including they predate salmon and steelhead.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a pretty important creature to keep
For
alive.
sure. You never know what part they play.
Right.
Exactly.
Whether it's lamprey or dace or pike minnow, you never know.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we know just so little about them. We don't even know what they do for the environment, right?
We think about how much funding and how much focus there is. Like Ben is like the dude for like Oregon lamprey stuff. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's like
That's what he said. yeah.
versus salmon stuff. It's like, okay, you've got
A million people.
yeah, you've got so many people.
So it's like a specialized field.
Super
Yeah.
special. Even within fisheries, that's special.
Right, yeah.
We did the last regrade in Upper Bell Creek.
Okay, and this is 5 Mile property, right?
This is 5 Mile. Yep.
Okay.
So it's 5 miles to Main Creek. Bell Creek runs in up above, about a mile above this,
Okay.
and it all drains into Taconich.
Hmm. So are there lamprey in Taconich then?
There should be.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's ever sampled, but definitely the adults that come in, they overwinter for a year in the fresh water before they spawn. So somewhere in 5 Mile Creek or the lakes,
Yeah.
there's adult lamprey that are in there right now.
Wow.
Because we caught during the regrading and the relocation of the fish, we caught 4 adults. So big, those ones like the trap.
Yeah.
Up in here.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And there's 3 species of lamprey in Oregon, right?
In Oregon, but around here they think that there's just really 2.
Okay.
So just the Western Brook and
The Pacific.
the Pacific. And down, as you go further south, you get more of the river lamprey.
Okay.
There's been some thought that there are some river lamprey around here, but nobody's really documented that very clearly.
Okay.